Hello, everyone, again. Here we are with Aylin.
And David.
So, yes, Aylin, we are here again. How was your week?
It was good. Nothing that interesting happened. So I'm just gonna turn it back to you. How was your week?
Okay, before we start anything, I just want to mention something. We are in Kadıköy right now doing this podcast, Istanbul, Kadıköy. So the place we are, there's this um, there's this table outside with the breakfast on it, and they asked us, "Do you guys want breakfast?" And there was this kaymak. I don't know if you saw that
Yeah,
kaymak
I
with
did.
reçel.
Yeah.
I love kaymak very much.
Me too.
Did you have breakfast before you come?
I had like a yogurt, honestly. So not really, no. I don't have time. I travel here for like 2 hours
Yogurt?
every day. Yeah, yogurt like Activia, you know?
That was advertisement, but it's okay. It's okay.
Not sponsored.
Yes.
But
So how was your weekend, Aylin? Cause what? I asked Aylin, how was your weekend last weekend? And she said every time she's busy. She's always busy at the weekend. So how was your weekend?
it was pretty good. I stayed at home.
It was pretty good, I said.
Was miserable about the fact that my life is boring, but that has become an activity of its own.
So that's like that. You accept it that
Yeah.
your life is boring
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, kind of. I was reflecting on it yesterday, and I really think like I always want to bring it up, but I think how far I am from everywhere is just what it is, because even today, like, I tried to get here on time. Actually, my plan was to be here early enough so that I could get a coffee and just chill a little bit before coming here. But I missed the ferry by 1 minute
I'm
for
not
the
sure,
second time.
I'm
This
not
is
sure
the second
if you
week.
have you ever mentioned where you live to people?
I don't think so. I live in Göktürk, which is like between
Go to.
the airport and everything else. Basically. It's in the middle of a forest.
That's too far.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's very far.
How's
Like
the experience living in Göktürk?
I don't know. Honestly, it's really busy now.
Is it a district Göktürk or is it like a neighborhood in a district?
I think the district is Eyüp, and I think
Okay.
Göktürk is just like a town in Eyüp.
Small town.
I don't know. I don't know what you would call it, honestly.
Nice.
But it's so populated with people. It's so busy that now it's like a whole city, honestly.
Are you happy living there?
Not really. But
To
I don't.
those who live in Göktürk, I mean, I love Göktürk. I've worked there. It's a wonderful place. Don't listen to her. Yes, you were
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, like, it's good if you have a family and stuff, or if you're working at the airport. But
I wasn't working
otherwise,
at the airport.
I mean, you went there for work. That's
I
why
went
you
there
were
for
going
work.
there.
They were paying dollars, and you guys know, like, dollar payment is always great. So
I would go anywhere for dollars.
Yeah. Anywhere.
I would go really far. Like, I would be coming here every day if I was getting paid in dollar, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice,
that's for
nice.
sure.
So districts, places.
Places.
Before we get to that part, I was thinking about talking about districts. I was thinking maybe we can introduce a district to people. But before that, I want to ask you about a significant memory you had in Istanbul. Have you ever had an interesting memory you can share with people? Because Istanbul, to me, Istanbul is a city you make memories. Like I have many memories in Istanbul, good, bad. Some of them I learned a lot from them. Some of them I wished I never experienced. But yeah, do you have any interesting memory to share with people?
I have a lot of memories. Maybe if we kind of looked at one of those categories that you mentioned, like good, bad.
Okay, let's go with
Neutral,
something
'cause there's
very
too many.
strange memory.
Strange memory.
Yeah. Something strange.
Strange. Honestly, I can't really think of anything this
Anything.
second on the spot. Yeah, but I think that's exactly because there's just so much that happens and so much going on
True.
that out of all the thousands of memories that I have, I would have to like narrow down a little bit more. But if you have something strange in mind, please share.
Yeah, I mean there are so many strange things happen to me. At this point, I cannot think of any of them. To be honest.
Okay, great. So we're both just
I
blanking
asked
on
the question and I don't know how to answer it right now. Yeah. So going back to districts again.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's your favorite district in Istanbul? Do you have any favorite district? Any favorite place to hang out? Any favorite
District or
place?
area? I really like
Sheesh, sheesh.
Arnavutköy, the one that's right on the Bosphorus.
Okay.
I think it's really cute. It has like the old style houses, and it's right on the water, which I think is like the special part about the city. Is anything that's on the water is worth it for me automatically. But yeah, so I think Arnavutköy would be my favorite place to like go to a bar or sit.
Yeah,
But
any
it's not
specific
really-
location in there you can recommend? Maybe?
Not really. Nothing that I can really think of. There's
Okay.
this one rakı balık place. Ceminiyet maybe it's called. And it's like I think everyone thinks that it's just for
Is
rakı
it
and balık.
Geminiet?
Something like that.
Gemini people go there?
No. You don't go there.
Geminiet.
We just found out that David is a Gemini, by the way, and had a whole conversation about how that is not great. But anyways, moving
Yeah,
on.
let's move on. I've had
But
too
yeah,
much of that.
that place, I can look it up and maybe like link it or whatever. But that place has a rooftop, and they serve really great cocktails. But I don't think anyone really notices the fact that there's a rooftop with cocktails because
really?
everybody just focuses on the downstairs and they see it as just like a traditional restaurant, but it's not. And so it's not as busy as like the other places around there. And
Like,
I don't know. It
I
has
really
a
want
nice
to find.
view.
I really want to find out where it is. Like, how can I find it?
We're just gonna have to find the name and look it up on Google Maps. I guess.
Yeah.
Or on Instagram. I don't know. I don't know how else to like describe.
True. Yeah. Okay.
But
okay. I would say my favorite, assuming that Aylin just asked me what is my favorite district in Istanbul. My favorite district in Istanbul, obviously, it's Kadıköy. Guys are looking at me, you know. Kadıköy people are all around me right now. So I love Kadıköy. I love the vibe here.
You live here.
I live here. Yeah, I live in Kadıköy, in the districts of Kadıköy, and it's people, culture. You can find many restaurants and bars and places to hang out. And one of the nice things about this district is that you just walk around and talk to people. And there you can find many people speaking English. That's a plus because I mean not so many people speak English in Turkey. I had to learn Turkish to be able to communicate and to learn culture and everything. Yeah, try
I'm
me.
here. I'm like
Try
I've
me.
known it my whole
How's
life.
your Turkish?
It's okay. It's
Is it?
okay. Yeah. See, the thing with my Turkish that's kind of weird is that I feel it as if it's my native language, as in like I don't have to think when I'm speaking it, but only to a certain level.
Yeah.
Because I learned it like on the street basically,
Yeah.
like communicating with kids and stuff and like some of my family.
Yeah.
I learned how to like read and write on my own, just free time as a child. After I was learning English, I kind of like picked up on the Latin alphabet because originally I grew up in Russia, so that was my first language and like my first alphabet, which is different to the Latin
Very
alphabet,
much.
obviously.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Yeah, so after I learned the Latin alphabet, I was like, okay, I can figure out Turkish. So I would just like sit and read like newspapers because
I
my
see.
granddad would have newspapers.
I see.
And yeah, so the thing is that in a professional context, I'm probably not good at all.
Really?
Because there's so many words that I don't know when it comes to like, I don't know, anything more sophisticated than just a conversation, you know? So yeah. So actually, one of the things that I wanted to do living here now, because if some of you guys don't know, I moved back after living away for a while, is to get my Turkish to a better level where I can actually, you know, communicate not at a level of a 4-year-old.
I see.
So
Great.
yeah.
Great. Well, nice. I've been doing the same thing. I mean, as an Iranian, it was very easy journey for me to learn Turkish because I mean, in Farsi and Turkish, we got a lot of common words. So it was not really a complicated journey learning Turkish. I just had to listen to people and learn a lot from Turkish social media, to be honest. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Turkish Twitter, it's wonderful.
Turkish Twitter is
Just a
wonderful.
shout out to Turkish Twitter right there. Wonderful. Yeah, Turkish YouTube, the amazing contents, Turkish TV, I mean, and people just because I kind of feel like when you move to a new location, you need to meet locals. You need to make
Oh yeah.
friends, and uh, they help you learn culture and language at the same time, because I can never separate culture and language. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
people
They're
go to course, they learn the language, but they don't really know how the language function. Yeah.
Yeah, and Turkish actually has a lot of words that I wrote a paper on this once. That's why I'm thinking about this. But it has a lot of words that are related to hospitality, like more than
Like what?
some other languages. Like anything like burun, like things like that.
Yeah.
It's about like hosting people and
Sure.
like there's just more words that are
Oh yeah,
used more
buyurun is
frequently
like,
around
or
it.
even when I'm in a taxi or something, when I'm just handing the money, I'm like buyurun.
Yeah, or
Always.
even kolay gelsin. Like it doesn't
Kolay
really,
gelsin.
which is like
Kolay gelsin abicim.
take it easy, I guess,
Yeah.
is the best translation to English, but it doesn't really
No,
have the
kolay
same
gelsin
meaning.
is very unique. It's
Yeah.
like you can't really find any alternative for kolay gelsin.
Yeah.
Kolay is easy, and
Yeah.
gelsin is like come.
To come. let it come easy
Let
to
it-
you,
let
I
it
guess,
come
is like
easy.
the best explanation.
Yeah, kolay gelsin.
But it's such
I
a
always
nice-
say kolay geliyor
Yeah.
yani. Kolay geldi.
Honestly, it's like my favorite thing to say. Like I love it, and whenever I would go back to the U.S. after being here for a bit, like for holiday or something, I would see somebody doing something, you know, like
Yeah.
working on something, and I always wanted to say it, and then I would remember that I can't,
Yeah.
and like really feel that lack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so partially, like in some kind of like social linguistics, there's this idea that it's representative of the general culture that is more like social. It's less individualistic. People love to get together more, and like people notice one another. Whereas in a lot of like Western societies,
Yeah.
people try not to notice each other a little bit more, you know? So, you know, you don't talk to strangers, I guess, as often as here. And here it's just like
Oh, yeah.
more normal to just like say hi
Yeah,
and
just
bye.
go around
like,
and talk to people.
yeah, and like, you know, greet people when you're passing by. Like
There's
that's pretty
always
normal.
this uncle you can talk to in your neighborhood. Find him today.
Yeah, like one of my, honestly, like the person that makes me happiest in Göktürk is this man who is the Kestane man.
Kestane
And-
guy.
and
Kestaneci guy.
Yeah, and what's Kestane in English?
Nuts?
Chestnut.
Chestnut. Yeah,
Chestnut,
chestnut.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to Kodikoy people. Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like roasted chestnuts, which is like amazing. But yeah, I know his like schedule. I'm always like kind of, you know, I know if I'm earlier, then he's not gonna be there, and that makes me sad. And every time he's there, he's like, "Let me give you some chestnut," and I'm like, "I
Do you
don't
like
want
it?
to. I like chestnut, but I don't want to eat it every day,
Okay,
you know."
makes
But
sense, yeah.
I pass by him pretty much every day, and he's always like, "Let me offer you some. Let me offer," and I'm like, "No, please, come on," because I usually don't even have cash on me
Yeah.
for the chestnut.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, like he's great. I love interacting with him, even though our interaction is like, hello, thank you, bye.
Nice.
But it feels very wholesome, and it feels like, yeah, just a big part of my day, I guess.
Nice. So you guys can find this nice man in Göktürk today.
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
If you're ever
If you've
out
ever
there.
been there, yeah. So, I personally, I can say that language. I mean, one of the favorite things I do is to just pretend that I cannot understand Turkish,
that
and
must
so
be
that
useful.
so that people just talk whatever they want. Sometimes they talk behind my back, and they just say things, and they
No
they
way.
believe I can't understand, and then
That's sneaky.
I love the moments when I just like, there you go.
Do you think that's
Anladım her şeyi. You know, that's like, that moment right there is wonderful.
Do you think that's like morally justified?
Is this something wrong? No one ever told me that's a wrong thing to do. Is it?
But you're deceiving people.
I'm
in
not doing
order
anything. I'm just
to-
there. They're talking bad about me, and that's it. That's like, that's all, to
That's
be honest.
really
And then
I
I'm
think
like,
that's sneaky. I mean,
they're
I'm not
talking
saying-
bad about me,
Yeah.
and I'm sneaky, guys. See,
I
That's
no, I agree completely. That
judgmental, Aylin. So
it's just like
tell
how
us about your
often-
T-shirt. How about that?
How often? How often do you
Guys, she asked me not to ask about the T-shirt, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, so I'm wearing a T-shirt. This is a band that I don't really listen to. Okay, and I got scrutinized.
I
for it.
really wanted to do it, and I did.
I think that's justifiable. I mean, I am very sorry. I just like how it looks.
Yeah, it's great.
You know,
It's wonderful.
I like your T-shirt as well. Abstract, whatever it is.
You can't.
Flowers.
Come on.
I wanted to ask you something about Turkish though. You learning
Okay.
Turkish. Going back from the T-shirts. How did you find that process? Because I've never really like experienced it as an adult, but how did you find it? And also another thing that I wanted to ask you is, are there any words that come to mind right now that are like very similar with Turkish?
Yeah. I mean,
And, yeah.
too many words to be honest. I mean, Farsi. As an Iranian, I speak Farsi. Farsi and Turkish has a lot in common. To be honest, you guys say duvar, we say divar.
Nice.
There's we say sandali, we say perde.
Really?
Yeah, there are too many things to be honest, but there is one common word that I can never explain it to foreigners, to people who are not Iranian nor Turkish, and that's the word falan. Falan
Yeah.
is such a unique word that you cannot translate, because in Farsi we say falan, and in Turkish it's falan.
We say falan and filan.
Yeah, same thing. Falan filan. It's like, and if
don't
you
know
people want
why.
to translate that, yeah, I mean you can say blah 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 kind of a thing,
Yeah.
but still
Yeah.
it's not falan. Like.
Yeah. Falan. Yeah, you can use it in so many different
I
contexts.
guess that can be a
guess.
challenge if you guys can explain how can you translate this
Yeah.
word in comments
I don't
maybe.
think it's translatable.
Well, challenge. Here's the challenge. Translate the word falan in English. So let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about do you have any plan this weekend?
Not really, no. I mean, it's the same plan as for last weekend, which was
Family visiting.
laying and crying.
Sad story. So, what about breakfast? I mean, most Turkish people, they have this, by the way, this wonderful thing I love about Turkish culture, breakfast culture. So,
Oh, yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
in most places I've been, you get invitation for dinner or lunch. But in Turkey, it's very common to get an invitation for breakfast.
Yeah.
And then there is concept of serpme breakfast.
Yeah.
Little into the middle concept. So you've got a little bit of everything, and it's just wonderful. So do you guys have any family breakfast tradition, ritual?
Not really a family breakfast tradition. It's just something that like I do.
What do you
I
do?
have a Turkish breakfast like as much as possible. My mom is Russian and I live with her,
Yeah.
so she doesn't really get it still. Like she doesn't really like breakfast. She'd rather have soup for like dinner, which I like as well. But I'm the one in the household who like likes to organize a
Yeah.
breakfast, and I
Yeah.
have like the little, separate things of like the jam and the
Yeah.
honey and whatever. Like I'm the one creating all of
Yes.
that and taking it all out. But yeah, honestly,
So wait a second, you actually make jam at home?
no, I buy jam and I put it in a little holder, jam holder,
Jam holder.
a little plate thing.
Yeah.
And then I cover it and then I take it out.
Nice job, Aylin.
But yeah,
Nice
jam and
job.
cheese is so good, by the way.
Jam
in my
and cheese.
opinion.
Is
Like dil peynir with jam on it. Like
dil
strawberry
peynir.
jam.
Dil, just translation of dil peynir. It's like
Tongue
cheese.
Yeah.
It's tongue.
I
Why
guess
is it
it's
called
like-
tongue? Why is it called dil peynir?
No idea. I didn't look up the etymology of that, but I guess it's like string cheese if
Oh,
we're
I
turning it
see,
into
I see,
an
I see,
American
I see.
or whatever version.
Yeah, and then there is
Because you
this,
can pull it.
and then there's this popular cheese, kashar.
Yeah, kashar is just a staple, like the best cheese.
I love kashar.
You know,
very
it's
much.
it's one of those cheeses that like is just such a perfect. It's like a Libra of the cheeses. In my opinion. It's such a perfect personality. It's not like to anything. It's It's just there.
It's just
great.
there every time.
Yeah, every
Kashar
time
is always there
it's
whenever
always there
you
for
need.
you.
Exactly, and the funny thing is that there is another type of kashar. It's called eski kashar,
Oh yeah.
old kashar.
Yeah, that one is not always there for you. In my opinion, that one is there for you occasionally.
Yeah, but that's a nice one. To be honest, my favorite would be eski kashar.
Really?
I love it. I love it very
Yeah,
much.
it has that like little taste. Of
It gives me the parmesan feeling.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
That's how it feels. That's
Yeah.
how it feels. Nice.
Do you have Turkish breakfast?
I do actually, almost every day, I guess. So my morning ritual is to wake up, having Turkish coffee. I need to mention that I didn't like coffee at all before I moved to Turkey.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because people ask me why don't you like coffee, and I'm like, because it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. Why do you drink hot
I
drinks?
remember that weird conversation.
Yeah,
That was like
it's-
the first thing you told me when we met.
Yeah, that was
You
the
were
first
like,
thing I told
I don't
him.
like it because it's hot.
It's hot,
And-
yeah.
And to me, it's like that's the point.
Yeah,
of a
well,
hot
you have a
drink.
reason not to drink something because it's hot. But then I discovered Turkish coffee. It's wonderful. It was like a game changer of my morning ritual. Now every morning I have to make my Turkish coffee. I usually have it on the balcony. That's how Turkish people do it in Izmir, let's say. And I love that concept, having Turkish coffee before anything else, and then moving on to
So
make some
strong.
cheese and bread. Ekmek should be there always.
Oh yeah. Oh my the
Bread.
the amount of bread consumption that takes place
It's
here.
serious.
Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing, to be honest.
Yeah, same. I always ask for more, to be honest.
I love it's just it's great. And it's actually kind of interesting because like breads in other places go through like they're so processed that they go through to preserve it. They go through like this other process of being made. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that.
That was so science
that was-
talking
and,
right
and
now.
a really bad sentence. But anyways,
That's okay.
the bread here is fresh every day.
Oh yeah.
And it goes bad right away. So you know that like that one white loaf of bread, it's gonna be really hard like the next day or
True.
you can't really have it more
True.
than like 2 days maximum, I
Yes.
guess, unless you're like toasting it maybe. But that's what makes it so special because it's fresh. It's not made to be resting on the shelf
Oh, yeah.
and for you to like use it all the time. It's meant to be bought like that day and you have it at breakfast and like that's it. You finish it. Like
Yeah.
you have to eat
And
the
that's
whole
the
loaf.
white bread you're talking about.
Yeah. The
I
the standard
The
white
standard
bread.
white bread.
Yeah.
The cheapest one.
Yeah, the cheapest one.
The
Yeah.
cheapest one.
But the best one, honestly.
Yeah,
one of the
true,
best
true. It is.
breads, in
It's
my
the best
opinion.
one, yeah. But there's also simit.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite thing on
How
earth.
can we translate simit? It's not bagel.
Yeah, some people call it a bagel.
But
which
it's
is
not
kind of
bagel. It's
annoying.
definitely not bagel. Simit is not bagel. Okay, let's be
They
clear
call
about
it
that.
Turkish
yeah.
bagel.
Turkish bagel. No, come on, it's not bagel. It's simit.
Yeah.
Simit is simit
Yeah.
yani.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
It's a round thing. It's a round thing of dough. Round dough. That's
Just
really good.
Google it. Google simit. You'll find. So, do you like it?
I love it. Today on the ferry, actually, it was kind of funny, but this man came in and I was ordering a chai for myself. And
They sell things on the ferry.
Yeah, which is
For
amazing.
those who don't know ferries in Istanbul.
And the guy was like, "Do you have simit?" And then he's like, "No, I have toast." And then the guy was so disappointed. He was like, "You don't have simit?"
You don't have
And
simit.
then-
Just
and
close
then-
down
yeah,
this
yeah.
ferry.
And then the guy's like, "Yeah, but we have toast." And then he's like, "Fine, I'll have the toast." Like, so disappointed while I was getting my chai. I was like,
Yeah.
"I hope you have a better day, man." Like, I understand.
I understand
Because
you.
a ferry without simit is like, what's going on,
It's
you know?
it's a metrobus. Simit. You don't have simit. You're not ferry. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Great. Wonderful. So, ask me one last question, and we're gonna end this episode.
I was thinking of 2 questions to ask you.
Oh. Okay.
And so, one is kind of weird, but if
She's
Istanbul...
gonna make a comeback for the t-shirt.
no,
I'm
no,
sure.
no,
yeah.
no,
Alright,
not at all. I
okay.
already made fun of your little abstract situation. I mean, it's cute.
Abstract situation.
It's springtime. It's winter now. I don't know what you're
Okay,
thinking. I'm kidding. I was gonna ask if Istanbul were a famous person, who would they be? It can be anybody, really. I mean,
Istanbul was a famous person.
yeah.
That's a very difficult question to answer, but
If you can't answer it, it's fine.
I can
we just
answer.
move on.
I can answer because I'm gonna go with the first thing just crossed my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say with Ataturk, to be honest.
Okay.
Because Istanbul has a lot of greatness. I have never visited any other cities with this much greatness, history, perspective, and the only famous figure I can think of with that much of perspective, vision, and wisdom was Ataturk. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, for sure. I would say Istanbul is Ataturk. to me.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
great answer.
Yeah.
Nice.
What would you say to this answer?
Honestly, after your answer, I don't really want to add anything else.
Okay.
Because I don't want to add some American pop or whatever.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
You know? So let's just, I think
Let's
that's
just
a
keep it
great
that way.
answer.
All
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
So, next question. You had 2 questions.
Oh, yeah. The other one was if you could visit one historic period of this city and just see, you don't have to like live in it, what would you want to see? Like during which period of time?
And I'm gonna be in Istanbul.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's very complicated.
Really?
To be
I'm
honest,
so sorry.
okay. To be honest, I'm a little bit curious about Fatih Sultan Mehmet's era because I didn't know about him until maybe a few months ago. A friend of mine just came to me and told me a lot of interesting things. He could speak many languages.
Like, today I'm gonna tell you about Fatih Sultan
Yeah,
Mehmet.
no. But
Sit
like,
down, man.
but like, I guess that I'm just curious to see the era, like what was it like, the Istanbul conquest, like taking over Istanbul,
Yeah.
the first days.
Yeah,
I'm just super curious about that era, probably in Istanbul.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say that, and now, to be honest, I guess it's a kind of city. Istanbul is a city that never gets old, or it always has something to offer.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's for sure.
sure.
Definitely.
So my last question for you.
Okay.
Um, if you could be a district in Istanbul,
If I could be.
yes,
Okay. What would I be?
yeah,
That's complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say that I could be. I don't know because
Take your
I
time,
want to
take your
be
time,
I want to
no
be
worries.
Yeniköy, okay?
I
But
want to be any.
I think I might be a little more like chaotic than that.
Are you
so
Kasım Pasha or something?
maybe I'm just Göktürk, honestly, just in the forest, some area that no one knows about. No, I aim to be a Yeniköy type of person.
Okay.
Yeah, and to me, Yeniköy is like this kind of more classy-ish, chill, like peaceful, beautiful area.
I see.
You know, so that would be my goal, I guess.
I understand.
To become Yeniköy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
What about you?
I guess I want to be Beykoz, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's green.
Wealthy.
Green rich. Okay, look, yes, guys, you judge yourself. So it's green, it's peaceful, it's nice, it's amazing houses there, and specifically I'm talking about Kanlıca, the coastline, and
yeah.
it's just, I really love it there, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's so peaceful. But the only problem probably would be transportation. The only reason I don't live there is because of transportation. It's very hard to go around by public transportation. So you need to have a car. But other than that, I would say I want to be Beykoz. And plus, Beykoz always has this amazing view of Bosphorus. The greatest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good answer.
So thank you for coming again today from
Thank
Göktürk
you.
all the way
Yes.
in a
My
ferry without
pleasure.
simit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it had chai, so that's good.
great.
Yeah, that's always a good day.
So
Thank you as well.
See you soon again.
Yes, you too.
See you guys soon
Bye.
again. Bye.